Welcome to the workshop. And as I promised, he's here. I did a review this morning about Logan. And I just had to have Isaac here to do this video right now. So let me just say this. What do you think of Logan, Isaac?
That is the way you do a Wolverine movie. I mean, that is the Wolverine movie. You know, we knew it. It was going to be rated R.
The Wolverine movie we've
all been waiting for, you know? But like I said, you know, when he, you know, I love Hugh Jackman. He was the best guy to do it, you know?
I don't agree on that, but...
I do. I really think Hugh Jackman was really... I mean, he was Wolverine. But, you know, through the years of X-Men and Wolverine, you had to make a kid appropriate. You had to, you know? Because...
Well, I mean, at the same time, you're making a movie about Wolverine. So why make it kid appropriate? Make it like the way he should be.
Yeah.
Claws, killing people through the head, you know.
They still showed that aggressiveness, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But they really couldn't make it, you know, like that, you know.
Well, because this movie was based off of Old Man Logan. Which this movie is not really based off of those graphic novels, but like it's there as Old Man Logan. How'd you feel about this movie though?
Oh man, it was just, I mean, you said it all.
Yeah.
And you know, you know, I was like, you know, he don't even really like the Wolverine character, but I was like just waiting to see your reaction after we watched the movie. And you really liked it. I was like, man, this movie's good, you know? Even though, you know, I wouldn't, you know, it was like, even if
you shouldn't base that on my opinion.
That's what I was about to say, you know, I wasn't going to really base on your opinion, you know, because I was going to like it either way.
Like you do with the other... In fairness, my favorite superhero is Spider-Man, and I like every Spider-Man film. There's a few bad ones, but I like them all. But, I mean, this movie was just straight out just greatness.
It showed him how it was. He drinks. He was practically drinking through the whole movie.
Yeah, he was.
I was like, this dude just down. And even when they went there in the hotel at Las Vegas, he invaded the mini bar fridge.
Yes.
Empty bottles of Jack Daniels, Crown, freaking.
What I had said in the video this morning was that it's rated R. It's a strong R. I mean, it's brutal. They use the F word a lot. The thing is about this movie, it's kind of weird hearing Xavier use the word "fuck" a lot. It was funny.
I like how you know.
I just love the fact that Xavier's in the film.
And I like how they brought up, you know, on X-Men Last Stand, he died, and they mentioned that in the movie. You know, Wolverine was Xavier. He was dead for a year.
Xavier was in Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
And he was also in the Wolverine.
Remember in Last Stand, he died.
He dies,
and then at the end of the credits,
he's in like some other human body.
I guess it was his twin brother.
Or something like that.
It was like and I guess that's that Xavier. But
that wasn't the last time we saw Xavier.
No.
I mean, he was in the Wolverine.
But Xavier was a great Xavier. I mean, it was just so good because. It was Wolverine and Xavier, you know?
Yeah.
And they were fighting throughout the whole movie, you know? Xavier was like, you're such a horrible leader. You failed. And, you know, and...
Well, what was also great was that apparently it was Xavier who killed the X-Men.
That's right. That's why he was so sad.
Yeah.
You know, what he did. You know, I was kind of wondering what that was all about.
I think it was in the comics that it was Wolverine who killed the X-Men with Old Man Logan, but in this film, it was Xavier who had killed the X-Men.
Probably, you know.
Like I don't.
I'm not too much of a nerd to read into that.
You let us know. You comment below. Comment below. You let us know.
You comment below. But that movie was great. It was good.
It was a great film.
You know,
great film. This might be my favorite film.
I was even skeptical of, you know, because I really wanted to see, you know, the Doc, and, you know, I wanted to see Wolverine's son, and they brought on the daughter, and I you know, it worked.
Oh,
you know,
it worked in
I
such
didn't
a
think
great
it was
way.
gonna work, and it did. You know, I'm like one of the biggest Wolverine fans there is.
He got the claws.
I don't have.
He's got the
I don't
claws,
just
so.
have the claws. You see
You
all
got the
the
comics
see
in the
these
background,
right
you can see
there?
that.
You know you do. You're jealous. You're jealous.
This is
You're
why I had to have him here in this review. This morning I did it by myself, but the whole time I was just thinking like I have to have him here to review this film, and it's been like a week now since the movie has been out, but still, I mean,
Everybody
like,
I've talked to, you know, before they went to go see it, they were like, "Dude, is it good?"
I just
was like, "Dude."
I've been recommending this film to everyone. Like, if you want to go watch a movie this weekend or whenever, go watch Logan.
And I really like how they didn't name it Wolverine. They named it Logan.
I was guilty of that. I said like this movie should be called Wolverine. Because Logan just didn't sound right. But after watching the film, it made sense.
And what's the healing factor? Like, you know, I'm sorry, I'm a big Wolverine fan, but still, I'm still hazy on it. Like, he really couldn't heal. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
He really
This is
couldn't
spoilers,
heal.
by the way. This is
he
spoilers.
couldn't heal as, you know, I guess it's because he's getting older, and he couldn't heal as fast.
Well, the adamantium is poison to his body.
That's
now.
what I thought. The adamantium is poison to him.
I can't
You
remember
really
pronounce
like you really like the scene where, you know, one of the claws didn't
The
come
claw
out.
doesn't,
One of
like-
the adamantium claws didn't come out of the way.
Like,
He's
yeah.
pulling it out.
What's so cool about that is like he's trying to pull it out and he's bleeding. He cut himself, and after that scene, he just wraps his hand up because he just doesn't heal like
I think
the way he used to.
I think another thing. I think, you know, I really liked how he was all beat up. You know, I'm like, dude, Wolverine is always beat up in the comics.
I think the first line in the film was just him in the limo, just saying like, "Oh fuck."
he's all
like-
hungover
like-
and drunk
like-
too.
like,
You know,
yeah.
you can tell he's hungover.
And this film is filled with like intense scenes. One of my favorite scenes in the film, I'm not gonna even give it away, but it's like halfway through the film, in the middle, they're in this hotel room, and it's by far one of the best scenes.
It is.
My favorite scene in the film. I was like, wow, this is just intense. Like, that was just great. Just
And
to
there's so
see
many,
that.
and there's so many deaths with the adamantium claws. Not just by him, but
Well,
by
that
his
scene alone.
but by his daughter too. His daughter is Laura, whatever.
This is
And-
something
and-
I didn't talk about in the other review, but X-23, Laura, was freaking great.
Yeah,
I mean, she's just the offspring of Logan.
I thought she put Hit Girl to shame. I really like Kick Ass. You know, Kick Ass. and Hit Girl.
I gotta agree with you on that.
She was
I gotta agree with you on that.
decapitating fools and just killing them like
This is-
no
this is,
remorse, no remorse, just like Wolverine, no remorse.
Again, spoilers.
That's another good thing about this movie. No remorse, no regret.
Oh no,
It's just like
no.
a Metallica song.
It's-
No remorse,
they have to
no
live.
regrets.
They're mutants. They have to live. Spoilers again. There's a scene where like she's walking out of a building, and she just has something in her arms, and it ends up being
I thought it was John.
decapitated head.
I thought it was John Cena's head. I thought that was John Cena. Man, she just killed John
It
Cena.
would have been great if that was John Cena.
I guess you can't see
Don't
him.
do that. Don't do that. But I mean, like the scene.
And it was
spoilers.
before she was eating a bowl of cereal. Like she's
Yeah, she's just eating like cornflakes.
and Logan and they were trying to escape. He was like, dude, screw it.
But it was funny because like
They want her. We're done.
because where she's at is like they have like security cameras, and she's just watching these people come in while eating cereal. Like, okay, they're gonna come in. What are they gonna do? Like, she just fucks them up.
She's a badass.
She's
in other
badass.
words, you know, it's just like she made the movie.
Don't expect to see so much action in this film because this movie's not really about the action.
But there is action.
There is
There's-
action. Again, spoilers. There's a scene where like, Logan became a limo driver
Yeah.
just to like hide away from like just be normal,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and like they're trying to escape from the people who are like trying to stop them, like. Okay, like they're in this limo and they're like
Did you
trying to
like
go
the
like towards
Did you like the car scene with the limo with the Chrysler?
Well, they're trying to go through the fence.
That's
Okay,
just-
like
that's-
hang on,
Yeah.
and they didn't even go through the fence. They get stuck on the fence, and
It
they
was
have to
pretty
go, like, in
realistic. It
reverse.
was realistic. That's another thing that was that.
Yeah, Yeah.
people really liked about it. It was pretty realistic. It wasn't like exaggerated, like Apocalypse. Apocalypse.
Don't even.
That was just like.
There's no comparison. This is just.
It was just too.
A very well made
like,
movie. It's just so great.
It was too fiction. You know.
I know I keep using
X-Men Apocalypse.
I know I keep using the word great, but that's like the best way to describe this film. It just really is.
And this coming from a guy,
I'm not even a fan of Wolverine.
You know,
like, I'm not even a fan.
But this is the Wolverine movie. Probably the X-Men movie.
We deserve.
No, just the Wolverine movie. The X-Men movie we thought we needed was what Days of Futures Past.
What's sad?
That was really good.
What's sad? It takes a movie like Deadpool to make a movie like this. The thing is, they're not similar. They're very different films. Deadpool was a comedy. This was like a very dramatic film.
And dark. It was pretty
very
dark.
Mm-hmm. Very dark film. Mm-hmm. Brutal. Just violent. The ending was by far one of the most emotional.
It was sad.
It was just very sad.
It's pretty sad.
Just very sad.
But when it ended, it was like a scene off a comic book, and that's what I really, really liked. I really like how when I really like how when they do movies of comic books, they put in scenes that remind you of comic books. That's what I really like. I'm just like cool. That's it. Just gives me goosebumps. I'm like cool. That's a good scene.
At the same time, we know that this was Hugh Jackman's last role as Wolverine, so they went all
Spoiler. I think you already know what's about that. You already know what's going to happen. So
yeah,
I even knew before I saw it.
Look at it this way. Again, spoilers. Patrick Stewart's old. He plays Xavier. Of course, he dies. I mean, he's not going to be Xavier.
And even
forever.
before he was even before like the X-Men movie started, a bunch of like guys like me, who love the X-Men stories and the X-Men comic books. We were like, dude, Patrick Stewart should be Professor Xavier. He would make.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I even watch,
absolutely.
I even watch Starship, Enterprise. Star.
The Next Generation. Dude.
I didn't really like Deep Space Nine. Okay, well, way off topic, but. Really liked Captain Picard, and then whenever they were coming out with X-Men, I was like, dude, Patrick Stewart. I was like, Patrick Stewart should be.
I still call him Picard today. Like I don't like.
I do too. I was like, what's his name?
Picard.
What's his name? Picard, right? No, it's Patrick Stewart.
Number 1. Gotta go take a number 2.
What did you think about? Spoiler. Sure, already seen it. What did you think about the clone?
Of
Wolverine apparently, and them fighting each other.
When you see the trailer to this film, there is a villain, but at the same time, this villain is like just doing his job. They have to stop the mutants. But apparently, there was a surprise villain in this film, and it was a clone of Wolverine, of Logan, a younger version of Wolverine.
I felt like I had seen that.
And the whole thing was like, he has to fight himself,
I thought it was good.
To me, the whole time it should have been Sabretooth. It should have been Sabretooth. I thought it should have been Sabretooth.
That would have been better. That probably would have been better.
Yeah.
But I really liked that Wolverine fighting himself, because what has he been doing all these movies, all this time? Mm-hmm. He's been fighting himself, He can't die,
He can die. But with that being said, Isaac, do you recommend this film?
I do recommend it. I do. All you watching, I recommend it.
Definitely me too.
It's, and this
might be
from
my
a guy that doesn't really like Wolverine, and we went and saw this film. I was even skeptical about it, and he was like, "No, we're going," and it just happened to work.
This might be my favorite film of the year. It might be.
I didn't even really want to, go. I was kind of like, oh, it's gonna be kind of cheesy. I don't know. And then, but even though it even has a good I guess the Johnny Cash.
Oh yeah, the song at the end.
The trailer with he redoes
here.
Nine Inch Nails.
Hurt. I want you to put the claws on. Put the claws on. Put the claws on. Because this guy is Wolverine.
I am. Pretty much. You know, soccer. That's how I play. When I play soccer, so when I play soccer, that's who I am. I got this hat on though. This hat on. Gabe, he went to go. I know all you girls want me to take my shirt off, right? Sorry, I can't. I'm married. I can't take my shirt off. But I can do this.
But at the same time, like, I wanted you to be in this video. Like, I couldn't, like, do this without you. I love the claws. Very awesome claws. Gosh. It's so sad that this movie came out right after the Oscars. Because Hugh Jackman, I mean, he did such a great role in this film.
Yeah.
So did Patrick Stewart. I mean, I could probably say, like, this is probably the best that we have seen of Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just doing your acting. It was just...
Plus, he has Alzheimer's also. It's
that's what makes the character Xavier so great in this
telekinesis. Power with Alzheimer's.
Well, the thing is, like, you're dealing with, like, the strongest brain in the world.
And then he has seizures in the movie, and it's just like.
And this is the scene I was talking about. Well, like, it's like one of the most intense scenes I've seen in quite a while. I mean, they're just in a room.
Because he can stop time, but then it's like it's too much for him that he releases time. So it's kind of like it's like a vibration.
Yeah.
It's
and pretty much can kills anyone around him. Which I think was what killed the X-Men. I mean, should we give away the ending? How it ends?
No, they're gonna have to go.
Shouldn't.
You're gonna have to go watch it for yourself.
Go watch it for yourself. We already gave away that Xavier.
It's a fun movie, and it's great.
Man,
it's
a great movie. Yeah, it's very
action.
Fun.
There's funny scenes.
Again,
in it too.
not really action, but like intense scenes here and there. There's like maybe one or two action scenes in the film, but like at the same time, it's just great movie making. I was like, it doesn't feel like a superhero film. It just feels like a great movie.
Well, I think there was only really one dull part. We took my daughter to go see it. And she started kind of.
There was a dull part.
There was kind of. To her, and she kind of started dozing off, and I woke her up. But after I woke her up, she never fell asleep again.
Okay. We already said that we recommend this film, but I gotta talk about the negativity of this film. The one thing I can take away from this film is the timeline. The timeline in this film does 2023, right? 2029.
Oh, 2029.
And it just is confusing. It doesn't make sense with this timeline because I want to say this movie takes place after Days of Future Past.
Mm-hmm. It takes Pat.
And the whole reason of Days of Future Past was to stop the Sentinels from mutants, stopping them from, making the mutants go extinct. But in this film, they go extinct. So what happened? So the whole purpose of Days of Future Past was just pointless.
I guess they didn't. They didn't stop them. And
well, something happened. I mean, it just didn't add up. Well, I think Xavier has something to do with that. I mean,
I think it was Cerebrum.
Well, we don't know.
I think it was.
We don't know.
You know how when he uses Cerebrum, he can find a bunch of the mutants?
Yeah.
I think he put on Cerebrum, accidentally killed a lot of the mutants.
Phone's going down. We're not gonna finish that way. Here we go. It's all going all over the place. But tomorrow we will be watching Kong. And I can say right now, even though like Kong was in my top 5, Logan would not like Kong would not be as good as Logan.
Don't think so?
No. And the only reason why I'm looking forward to Kong is
Those are
because
bold words.
It's a prequel to Godzilla. I just love Godzilla. This movie won't be Godzilla.
Nah.
I mean, I don't.
I think what might help was, there's gonna be comedy in it. What's his face?
Well, Justin Riley's in it.
Yeah.
The guy with the beard.
Yeah, the
from
guy-
Step Brothers.
Yeah. He's like, y'all shouldn't have came here.
Mhm.
I think it'll be fun and entertaining and
Entertaining, yes.
like you said, it's a prequel
to Godzilla.
to Godzilla. So,
But at the same time, a lot of people didn't really like that. Film.
Mothra coming?
I think Mothra will be in Kong.
Oh yeah,
I think so.
that'd be cool. If they throw that in there. Man, I'm
Throw it
sold.
in there.
Sold.
But seriously, Logan, watch it.
It was good.
Give this movie money. Go out to the theaters and watch this film.
It's the one we've been waiting for.
This might be my favorite film of the year.
It's the one we've
Maybe.
been waiting for.
Yes, it was. And until next time, the workshop is closed.